Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the next part of sort of sorting my beauty room out and organising my makeup collection, decluttering my makeup collection sort of series. It's a bit of a mix of everything. If you've not been watching the previous videos, basically I have just moved out of my parents' house. I have my own beauty room now, which is super exciting, and I have these pack drawers, and I'm in the middle of sorting out my palettes. So in the bottom two drawers here I have my Revolution palettes, and now in this drawer I'm going to have all my ABH Norvina, Natasha, Denona and Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes. I have quite a lot of them. I do collect them because I love the brands and I love the quality of their eyeshadows, and I don't think there's going to be much I'm going to declutter, but there are definitely some things that I will declutter. So let's just get into it. I think I'm firstly going to start off with the ABH Norvina eyeshadow palettes. Now I actually have every single one of them, believe it or not. So let's just go through these. So I think this is volume 1. I'm probably not going to get rid of any of these, if I'm honest. This is the more that you can see me. This is the more purpley toned one, so that's going to stay. Then we have volume 2. This one has blues and greens and pinks, and even though these are colourful and I don't really reach for colourful shadows, they are still not going anywhere. This is volume 3. This was definitely my favourite for a very long time and still one of my top favourites, just because it is such a warm tone palette, and I actually got this off of Make Me Up Miss because she went savage and literally decluttered all of her palettes, and I managed to get that one off of her. And then this is volume 4. This is a really, really pretty one. This is like all your pinks and purples. She loves a good purple palette. And then this is volume 5. Again, very purple toned. That is saying these palettes cost so much money. And I'm pretty sure, I think that is going away the metal, the magnets on it. Anyway, my friends got me volume 4 and 5, so they're not going anywhere. And then I bought myself volume 6, which is basically a huge colourful palette with some glitter pans in it, and that is going to stay because, as I said, I spent a lot of money on them, and that's really annoying me that it keeps moving because of the magnets. Let's continue the theme. I have the 3 mini Norvina palettes, but I'm actually going to let go of these because they're still in the bloody box and I've not even used them, so they can just all go. Now we have the normal ABH palettes, and I'm not gonna lie, I have every single one since Modern Renaissance, and I just don't know if I could get rid of any of these, but let's see. So, and I've also asked the new one for Full Romance for Christmas, so hopefully I'll get that one. Okay, so we have Subculture. That is not going anywhere. We have the Alyssa Edwards collab, which is a colourful palette. Again, not going anywhere. Like, some of these palettes I literally spent so much money on. So for me, high-end palettes are so much harder to declutter than drugstore because they are worth a lot of money. This is Sultry. I've actually never used this, but it's like a cool toned eyeshadow palette. We have Soft Glam. This is a very much favourite of mine. And then this is Modern Renaissance. This is my OG, like the first ever high-end palette I ever bought myself. She's not going anywhere. She's been in my collection since 2018, I want to say, which is crazy. This is Norvina. Again, not going anywhere. Riviera. It's not my favourite one, but I can't get rid of them, guys. I've collected all of them. Jackie Aina, oh my god, Revolution's in my head. All the Revolution palettes I've just decluttered. But Jackie Aina collab, my parents got this for me when they went to America. We've got the Prism palette, again, not really a palette that I reach for a lot, but staying. And then the Carly Bible collab, again, not going anywhere. Amrezy palette, not going anywhere. It annoys me that this one's longer than the other ones because it doesn't fit in nicely. And then these are the 3 newish ones. So this one is Novu. Oh my goodness, that shimmer is a little bit smashed, but it's okay. Let's just put her safely down like that. Oh my god, they've actually got smaller as well, but they're even more expensive. Like, how does that even work out? This is Rose Metals, really, really pretty. And then I think Cosmos is the most recent one other than Full Romance, and Cosmos is absolutely stunning. And then yeah, Full Romance I've hopefully got for Christmas. So that will be added to the collection, fingers crossed. And then let's do Natasha Denona, because I definitely have more Huda than Natasha Denona. We have a little mini Anastasia Beverly Hills, that's the Glam to Go, so that can go there. Next we shall move on to Natasha Denona. Again, I don't think I will get rid of any of these, just because I absolutely love Natasha Denona and it's very expensive. So firstly we have the Glam palette. I don't even think I've used that, but I don't know why, because it's literally so stunning. Next we have Bronze, which is absolutely beautiful. Natasha Denona, I don't necessarily collect all of them, like the new Xenon big one I haven't got because I have the mini, and I actually prefer the mini to the big version because it's got the deeper mattes in the mini. This is the Love palette. This is honestly not my favourite one out of all of them, but still not going to get rid of it. Then we have the Retro palette, which has been out a long time, but I only just got it in my collection recently. We have the My Dream eyeshadow palette, which they've just teased on Trend Mood, a mini version of this and also a blush, and I'm definitely going to get the blush, but this is a really stunning palette, like I absolutely love it. Then we have Yucca, such a good green warm khaki palette, defo recommend that. And then this is the latest one that I've got, and this is the I Need a Nude, and honestly guys, this is absolutely freaking stunning. Highly, highly recommend that. And then I have 3 minis. I have the mini Love palette, which I think Kylie got for me. Got that for me. I have the mini Bieber, because I don't have the big version, and I got this in America in Sephora. And then, as I said, I have the mini Xenon palette, which is the most perfect smoky eye palette ever. Actually, I think they can go down the middle bit here where Amrezy ends and those finish, because that separates them nicely. Yep, there we go. And then all that's left is Huda, and I do have quite a lot of Huda. Let's start off with the big palettes, and this is not all of them because I have the Pretty Grunge palette, but that must be in a box somewhere. Okay, the oldest ones I've got is, I think this is the remastered version of, no, it might not be actually, I think that's the old version of Rose Gold. Then we have the new Nude palette, really pretty, like beautiful pinky tones. And then this is Desert Dusk. If I'm honest, I don't actually use these older ones, I just keep them because I'm a collector. We have the Mercury Retrograde palette, which is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love that. That's staying. I think they can fit up like that really. Next we have the Rose Quartz palette, again absolutely stunning, like I just love it. I love Huda palettes, as you can tell. This is the Empowered palette, which I think was last year's one. It's a beautiful warm tone palette with beautiful shimmers. And then this is the year before last, this is the Naughty Nude palette, beautiful palette. And then to go on top of this will be the what's it called, Pretty Grunge palette that's just recently come out, because I do have that and I have done a review on it. Okay, and then all that's left of these brands are the mini 9-pan Huda palettes. So let's start off with a declutter. I'm going to get rid of all 3 of these pastel Huda palettes. I really badly wanted to collect these. I was hunting high and low, people helped me out trying to get them, but now that I've got them, I realise I'm just not going to use them. I don't ever reach for pastel shades when I'm out, and these I'm pretty sure are discontinued, so I'm just going to get rid of them because there's no point me keeping them. I have the light, medium and deep 9-pans. They can all stay. I had to repress like shimmers in all of these ones because I bought them off of someone on Vinted or Depop and they all smashed, but they're all staying. I've definitely got a couple palettes missing, but firstly we have the Haze palettes, which I don't even think I've used, embarrassingly. This is the purple one. Staying. Oh my god, it annoys me that it doesn't fit. This is Sand, which is a really pretty one. And then this is Khaki, but there'll be loads of room left in this palette, which is nice because it means I've got plenty of space. I've got these wild palettes. I do also have the green snake one, but I don't know where it is. It's probably in another box somewhere. So this is Tiger. It's a lovely warm toned one. Jaguar, this is cool toned one. And then Chameleon, this is like a warmish brownie sort of palette. We have the 2 colour block ones. This is the orange and purple. Absolutely hated the looks I did with these. And then this is the blue and green palette. Do them ones fit? Any nice? Okay, there we go. That will do. Then we have like the 3 chocolatey ones. So this is the caramel one. Beautiful brown warm toned one. The toffee one, which is the yellowy brown one, and then the chocolate one, which is a bit more of a deeper colour. I've actually taken that travelling with me because it's a really good palette. And then I've got 3 sort of like miscellaneous ones. I've got the Gemstones Obsessions, which I'll never get rid of because my friends bought this for me, so that one will go there. I have the gold one. This was like a random launch, I think, on Cult Beauty or something, so that can stay. And then we have the Love Fest one, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the only one I'm missing is the Python green one. I'm not sure where it is, but it will be in some random box somewhere. Okay, I've got a bit of space in here, so I'm just going to add a few more brands because, you know, I'm not going to collect loads of these. So I do have a couple other Urban Decay palettes. I'm going to start putting them in here. This is the Born to Run palette, I'm pretty sure, so I can start stacking Urban Decay up in here. I have my 2 Kylie Cosmetics palettes. I have the like brownie one, if you can see that, and then I have the like mauvey ones, so them ones can stay in here. I found my Huda Wild Python one, so that can go in there. I have the Dose of Colours Friendcation palette. I literally never use this, but it's going to live in here. I have 2 Charlotte Tilbury little mini palettes. There's like a nice travel friendly, well, they're both travel friendly really, a matte one and a little one like that. So they can live in here because they're high end. I have a Fenty sort of little palette thing. I've got pink on one side, khaki on the other. That can live in here. I have a Sigma Fiery palette. That is absolutely gorgeous, but because it's high end, that can live in here. I have the Urban Decay Heat palette. My old work friends got this, and I never could get rid of something my friends have bought me. And then we have the 2 MAC Stranger Things palettes, which they can also live in here because they are high end. So I think that will be the end of this drawer. I think next I'm going to attempt my Beauty Bay palettes made by Mitchell, that sort of thing, and that can go in the next drawer. In this drawer I think I'm going to do my Beauty Bay palettes and probably also my Morphe ones as well, but I've got my Beauty Bay ones to go through first, so let's get into that. I have 2 big Beauty Bay palettes. I have the Beauty Bay Bright 2.0, which I am going to keep because these palettes are such good quality. I also have the Jade palette, which I have done a video on. No, I haven't. It doesn't even look like I've touched it. Is that a joke? I love Jade though, so I'm just going to keep it. She's such an icon. I absolutely love her. I also have my Made by Mitchell collab that they done years ago. I'm going to keep that. And then the rest of these are kind of their like their limited edition palettes. I have also got some core ones which I will go through, but let's go through the limited edition ones first. I absolutely love these palettes. So firstly we have Age of Opulence. This come out I think last Christmas. It's a really beautiful witch palette, so that one can stay. I think I'm keeping all of these, by the way. This is Book of Magic, hands down one of my favourite palettes that Beauty Bay did. I absolutely love that one. This is Retro Love, which I think was this Valentine's palette. Beautiful. Staying. Oh, this is a good one. This is Dark, oh my goodness. This is Dark Fantasy. Absolutely love it. We have New Mood, which looks like this. New Romantic, which is a beautiful pinky Valentine's palette. We have a Wilderness, which is a gorgeous bluey, greeny, warm toned goodness palette. I love it. We have Love Notes, which is another Valentine's palette. This is a really soft pinky purpley one. And then this is Sunset Horizons, which I think was the first one that they did. Gorgeous sunset palette, I love it. And then I've got got 4 of their like other core palettes. Like, these are permanent in their collection, so these are £16 ones because I feel like they're a bit more manageable for my collection. So this is the Berries one, which is staying. This is Midnight, the blue purple one. I wish I had the like space for the big one, all the big ones, but these ones are plenty big enough for me. This is Earthy, which is a gorgeous green palette. And then we have the neutral one. That's what it looks like. I believe I have Rich as well, but again, I don't know where half of my palettes are because they're all kind of all over the place. Then I just have some miscellaneous ones. I have 3 big Made by Mitchell ones. He's literally discontinued all of his palettes, so it's hard for me to want to keep these because you can't even buy them anymore. And yeah, I don't know what to do. So firstly, we have the Feet on the Ground palette. I mean, these are really beautiful palettes, but you literally can't buy them anymore. So it just makes me question whether I actually need these. Let me just have a look at all of them. So this one is Head in the Clouds. This is a really pretty one as well. I just don't know if I need them. And then we've got the Do You Want Some Milk palette, which this is the newest big one that he did. And then we also have the palette that was in his like Mangoes collection. So this is like probably his most, no, I don't know, it's probably not his most colourful, but it has a little bit more of a colourful spectrum on it, and it's smaller. Guys, I generally don't know what to do with these. Right, I think I'll keep Do You Want Some Milk because it has some nice neutrals in here as well as colours. So that one can stay. I need to fit my Morphe things in here. Right, I'm going to have to jiggle this around a little bit. That can go under there. I'm going to keep the Mangoes one because it's really nice and colourful. That can sort of go up there. I think I'm going to get rid of Head in the Clouds. I really don't need it. And I don't really need this one either, but I'm going to keep the Feet on the Ground palette. Oh, I definitely could have got rid of them. I just have no willpower. It really annoys me how that does not fit anywhere. And then we have He Who Must Not Be Named. We have the Jawbreaker palette. The only reason I keep this is because my friends bought it for me, and I can't bring myself to get rid of something that my friends bought me. So yeah, I think this is going to be the last section of this video just because I've been filming for so long and I am tired, I'm thirsty, and I need to recoup myself before I go back and start decluttering more palettes. So yeah, we're going to finish off this video with my Morphe palette collection. So firstly, another He Who Must Not Be Named. This is the James Charles palette. This was possibly the first palette I got that actually really inspired me to start being more creative with makeup. This is when I started doing my eye looks on Instagram. So this holds a very special place in my heart. So even though he's very controversial, I'm going to keep the palette. Next we have the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I'm going to keep this. I absolutely love Jaclyn Hill, so that is staying. And then I also kept her Armed and Gorgeous palette because it's warm. But I think I'm just going to get rid of this because I got rid of all of the other ones. But I have got her Divine Neutrals palette, and to be honest, I don't even think I've used it, but it's like a brownie palette, so I'm going to keep that one. Next we have the 35XO, which was a Christmas palette a few years ago, and this is just absolutely scrumptious. I love this so much. That is staying. Next we have the 35T Sweetest Tea palette. This is really pretty. This has got pinks and purples in. That can stay. And then we have the 35S Sweet Oasis. This is, again, a really beautiful palette. Like, Morphe used to bring out some really beautiful palettes, but they've just not been very inspiring recently. And then these 4 or 5 are ones I've received in PR from them, which is insane. I never thought I'd receive PR from Morphe. It's actually a dream come true, really. I don't really receive anything anymore, but I did receive stuff for a little while, so let's get into it. Firstly, we have the Abby Roberts collab. I'm going to keep this because she is a makeup artist and this literally has every single colour you could possibly need. So that one can stay. Next we have the 35L Ultraviolets palette. This is a really pretty one. I did actually keep the purples from my purple blush and stuff. And I think I'm going to keep this because even though it's not got bright purples in it, it does have purpley tones in it. And I do think it's quite pretty. So that one can stay. Next we have the 35A Up Until Dawn. This is a really pretty pink and green one. I love Morphe. Like, I'm a bit of a sucker for her, I'm not going to lie. This is the No Silent Nights. I think this was last year's Christmas palette. I haven't got this year's Christmas one, and there's a couple of other palettes I haven't got, but I'm going to keep this because this is very, very pretty. And then this is the 35U Gilded Desert, and this is just like a warm neutrals, and that is going to stay. Okay, and then I found a few more palettes. So I've got the two more latest Beauty Bay palettes. We have the Tropical palette, which looks like this. It's a beautiful warm tone palette. And then here's the Rich palette, which came out recently. It's a very gorgeous deep colour. And then we've got some more Morphe palettes. So this is the 18CT Matte Essentials. I decluttered the warm tone one, funnily enough, and kept the cool toned one. This is a really good palette. Next we have the Morphe Madison Beer palette. I probably could get rid of this, to be honest, because it's completely brand new. But I'm hoping to reach for it now that I can access it a bit better now in this drawer. We have the 9M Midnight June palette, which is a kind of another cool toned palette, but has shimmers in it. But I don't think I need, no, I don't need that one. That can go. I have the 9P Petal Passion palette, which is a gorgeous pinky one. That can stay. And then I've got the two other Christmassy ones that match that other one. So this is Champagne Glow. So kind of warm toned palette. And then we have Cabernet Blush. That one can go, I think. A bit more pinky, that one can go. Okay, so those are all my Beauty Bay, Morphe and Made by Mitchell palettes. I could definitely fit my Jacqueline ones in here as well. I've got the strawberry one here. The little strawberry fills one, so that can go in here. And then I also have the big palette, which is in one of the boxes. So when I go through it all, I'll add that one in here as well. But I'll add Jacqueline in here. That leaves me two more drawers, possibly for the rest. And all my P. Louise palettes are going to go up on a shelf because the P. Louise ones are so chunky. And if I put them in one of these drawers, there's going to be like 4 palettes in one drawer because they're just so chunky. So all my P. Louise palettes are going to go up on one of the shelves up there. So yeah, that leaves me 2 drawers and the rest of this drawer for all the rest of my palettes, and I should be okay doing that. So yeah, I look forward to it. So thank you so much for watching these videos. I really hope you're enjoying them. Make sure you leave a thumbs up and a comment. Let me know what you think of my collection, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.